Hi Virgos, hope you guys are doing well. So this video is going to be for the month of May for Virgos. We do have a full moon lunar eclipse happening on May 15th. Shadow period is 3 days before, 3 days after, so this is a good time for you guys to do your release work and anything that you could be holding onto, okay? This is actually affecting you guys in your third house, which is your communications, your friends, your siblings, your neighbors, all right? So it's about communication and learning. This is happening in third house, which is ruled by Gemini. Gemini is having a Mercury retrograde this month, so for the month of May, so things could be coming back into your life. Friends, family, people, relationships coming back into your life for you to kind of clear some karma out and bring things to a completion. So let's go ahead and see what we have going on for you, Virgo. What do we have for Virgo? All right, Vesica Pesicis. I literally don't even know what this word is, so we're gonna look it up. 26. Let's see what this is all about. Creating soul truth in the world. Oh, wow. The outside world feels more real than the inner world because we have been encouraged to focus more on what is outside of us. Oh, here we go. We have learned to give things that can be seen by others or touched by us more importance than what we feel. Making decisions can become difficult when our awareness is focused away from our inner needs and wants. Boom, mic drop, Virgo. We got some things here, all right? You guys need to make sure you're focusing on your inner world. Sometimes you guys can get a little bit analytical and looking at everything else outside of you and worried about everything else outside of you and why this isn't this way and this isn't this way and this should be this way and blah, 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 that you forget to stay in touch with you, what you want, how you're feeling, and your truth. I feel like there could be a soulmate here that you're kind of wanting to integrate things with and bring some level of balance with, but I don't feel like you're fully there yet. And I feel like a part of that is because of the lesson here that you have to learn. Your song that I got on shuffle was Good Night by Weavin', I want to say. So look that up. It was about a relationship, how it was so great, it was so good, and it just kind of fell apart a little bit. So there could be something that's coming back into your life or into your reality during this time. Something you gotta clear up. Quieting the mind and body and soul. Yeah, you're too much in your mind and too over analytical about things that don't fucking matter. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Time for you to step more into your body, to step more into your heart space, into how you feel, what you want, what you desire, not the mind, right? The mind will overthink, and it will create problems and distractions and issues where there doesn't need to be any. So if you guys can learn to quiet your mind, reduce your stress, and get more into your body and your soul and your heart space, things will shift for you, period. All right. We have 3 hearts right here. 1, 2, 3. You guys really gotta move into your heart space. It's not about being logical. It's not about being practical. It's not about being tangible or earth-based or material. It's about moving into your heart space, which is your emotions, how you're feeling. That is where we're going. Out of the mind, out of the logics, into the heart, into the feelings, into the idealistic nature of life, all right? And here we have perspective, none of this matters, zoom out, common ground, and I remember, soul plan, a fated life versus a destiny life. We have soul plan here and body and soul here. So again, where the disconnection is or where you are missing your lesson is in association to your heart space, to your soul. It's like you're focused on the problem, you're focused on the issue, you're focused, mind, you think over and over again. Instead of realizing, if I shift and I focus on what I do want to create, what I do want to have, that I do want to repair this relationship, or I do want to bring this person in, or, I want to feel better, I want to love harder, I want to do all of that, then you got to stop looking at the problem and the perspective of the problem and zoom out and see that when you don't focus on the problem, you don't magnify the problem, and when you focus on what feels good, you magnify feeling good. Law of attraction. All right, so if you guys have any questions, this is a good time to ask them. These are your angel answer cards, and they're going to give you the answer you are looking for to your question. All right, ask your question, Virgo. All right, you got get more information, and the answer is up to you, opportunity. So it's so funny, and ask for help from others is what was underneath that. So where your issue is that's holding you up, like I've said over and over again, it's disconnecting from the analytical mind and moving and transitioning over into a space that's more heart-centered, that's more soul-centered, that's going to step you into more of a feeling. So if you guys don't know how to manifest and you've never done that before, seek out someone who has, all right? Go to my other channel, Self Mastery Mentor, watch the videos over there. I talk about how to manifest. I give you tools, I give you resources. You can work with me one-on-one if you want to do that, and we'll help you manifest what it is that you want, because truly, genuinely, the outcome is up to you. But if you don't get out of your own way, you're never going to have the chance to actually bring in your desired outcome, okay? All right, we have quite a few here. Creative solutions, soul healing again, divine portal, and cosmic emerald. Wow, law of grace. Dissolve all in grace. This message is so huge for you, Virgo, about moving into a soul space, a heart space, moving into something more creative, something more loving, something that's different than your normal perspective of seeing things. You guys are usually so fact-based, and like the greatest ideas don't come from being fact-based. They don't come from logic. They come from imagination and creation and power and soul and love. They come from the things that are unexplainable, right? That's your heart space. Your heart emits a higher frequency than anything your mind can do. So use that power to integrate your heart and your mind together and create a magnitude of energy, of power, of desire, of inspiration that's much bigger than anything your mind can think or put together, okay? Creative solutions right there, soul healing, align with your essence, divine portal, and cosmic emerald. It says create perfect health and access divine abundance. So when you can learn to make this body and soul shift, quieting your mind, going into a place of your body and your soul, using creative solutions to heal your soul, soul mating, soul healing, body and soul, like it's all over. There's a big lesson of soul and soul plan right here. There's a big lesson with your soul and a deep love that you guys need to work through. This could be to do with your mother, or something to do with your mother, some sort of soul lesson you're holding on to, or you haven't learned yet, or you haven't released yet, some sort of forgiveness you need to let go of. Look at that, all right? Because I feel like that is what's holding you back. And we have two cards here about perspective. Perspective, zoom out, none of this matters. View things from a higher perspective. You gotta zoom out, step into your heart space, step into your soul space. That is what's gonna give you this resolution that you are looking for. But again, it's up to you. You have to be the one to do it. That's the difference between the fated life and the destiny life. When you decide to create your destiny, you create what you are looking for. You create your outcome because of your choices and actions. If you just wait for everything to happen for you, then you're just a victim of your circumstances, which is Yeah. Yeah. All right, tell us about this divine abundance coming in for Virgo. Death card right here. Wow. And the Lost card. Ooh. And the Five of Wands test card. And 8, which is 8 of Pentacles, dedication to your work. And we have the Fool and the Tower here. Okay. You could have gone through some sort of ending or some sort of loss and some sort of challenges with either your work or something that you were dedicated to. It's time for you to release that. It's time for you to forgive that. It's time for you to let it go. Death card here, Angel of Transformation. There is some sort of major ending you need to release, and especially if it's in regards to your work, 8 of Pentacles, or what you've been dedicated to. It's gotta go. It's brought you a lot of loss. It's brought you a lot of tests. It's brought you a lot of challenges, a lot of drama, a lot of not good energy. But when you release that, it's going to shift things for you, all right? When things aren't working for us and things aren't going against us, it's because we're not seeing the bigger picture that it's not right for us anymore. That's resistance. So when we fight resistance, we create more resistance because we're putting energy into resistance. But if we stop resisting, we zoom out, right? We shift our focus to what we want. That is where change happens. That is where success happens. That is where things come in for us that we want. We have the Fool card here and the Tower card here, and the Page of Cups and the 2 of Cups. So there could be a friendship or a partnership that is going to be majorly changing your life and the dynamic of your life. This person could be an Aries or a Scorpio that I feel like is going to make the change. When you decide to have this ending here in this work, or this ending in whatever this complication is that you're focused on, this BS that you're focused on, it's going to not only shock this person, but they're going to come in and make a major transformation in your life that's going to help you come to this place of abundance. But you got to listen to them, right? Because we've got double Scorpio energy here, Death card and Tower card. So you've got major changes happening for you right now, Virgo. Major. Full moon and Tower card right underneath. Yeah, there's some sort of major tower happening for you. Especially, right here. Look, we have Tower, Queen of Wands, 3 of Cups, and the Magician, and the Knight of Wands. So if you were with an Aries again, or a Scorpio, there's some sort of immaturity or impulsiveness that got in the way of this. All right, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and Scorpio. This caused a tower in your connection. This caused a tower in your relationship, and probably is what caused this person to kind of cut you out. Especially if you're super dedicated to your work and that's all you're focused on is your work and your success. This person could have went off for something new and just started to ignore the relationship and move on because it's almost kind of like a lost cause at that point. That's what they're seeing. So you really got to focus on where you're putting your time and attention, where you're putting your energy. Wow, Tower card again. Tower, Tower, Tower. This is insane, Virgo. You have some major Tower moments happening here. Look at this, and here's your energy. Here's your energy. Tower, Tower, Tower. You have some major changes you need to go through, especially if it's in regard to you getting attention or you getting praise or recognition, 6 of Wands. If you brought any sort of confusion or illusion or insecurity or pessimism into a situation because you weren't in a good place, that's what created drama and towers into the other areas of your life, especially in regards to a soulmate. So you want to make sure you're in a good place in your energy, because when you add everything together, you got all the love you need. But if you're creating false illusions in your mind because you're not feeling good and you're feeling pessimistic or you're being negative, then you're really just bringing a lot of negativity to everybody else around you, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants to be around a negative person. So that means there's a shift that needs to happen in your vibration. All right. You could talk to an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini who helps you possibly come back to your heart space or come back to your center. I feel like they're going to give you a lot of clarity around the confusion, around the tower, around the disappointment, that it's almost like you're manifesting into your life. It's like you want attention, you want success, and you want recognition, but then you just bring in pessimism and confusion, and that brings a tower. It's like a big circle that keeps happening. So I feel like this person's going to bring a lot of enlightenment to you, a lot of enlightenment. Not only in your emotional space, but also in your total awareness. They're going to talk to you about a lot of things. They're going to open you up. Let's tell us more about that. Yeah, they could give you an idea of a relationship or give you the idea of having a family or a relationship with this person. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, again, over top of the Tower card. But in order to do that, I feel like you really need to put the burdens down of whatever you're carrying in order to get there. If you're trying to create a home, if you're trying to create a family, if you're trying to create a soulmate and success, you can't be carrying around all this other bullshit with you. Nobody wants to take your bullshit in. Period. You got to clean it out. You got to work on yourself, especially if it's in regard to your work. Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Nobody wants, and look at that, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. Nobody wants to take in your bullshit. Period. Nobody wants to take it in. So get rid of your bullshit. Death card, Five of Swords, Lost card, and Five of Wands, Test card. So let go of the test. Let go of the drama. Let go of the loss. Just let it fucking die, all right? Let it end. Let it end. It's not for you anymore. Period. It's not for you. If you want something else, if you want something new, if you want something beautiful, connected to your soul, right here, 4 times over, you have to be the one to make the shift. Tower, tower, tower. If you want the shift, it's here. But if you don't take advantage of the shift, you're gonna miss it. And you're just gonna keep perpetuating yourself into the same cycle over and over and over and over and over and over again, right? That's what you're gonna do. Last thing for Virgo, Seven of Swords. The tower, whatever the tower was that happened, whatever you did, whatever happened, there's some manipulation there in your energy that is really causing a lot of people to not be able to trust you, period. It's caused a disappointment in the friendship. When you have this many swords, Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords, it's manipulation, it's trickery, it's sneakiness, and it's overthinking. So it's almost like whatever this action is, you're in this place of confusion and pessimism because of your issues that you need to work through, but you're causing that energy to go into other people. It's called energy transference. When you're not in a good place, you put that energy onto somebody who is in a good place. So you really need to work on yourself and work on releasing and forgiving and going through your own internal work so that way you don't affect other people. Because 3 towers in your reading, that's insane. All right, last card we need for Virgo, last message for what's going ahead for Virgo. All right, we have the 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords. So if you want this relationship, if you want to be with this person and have a commitment with this person, you really have to talk about the manipulation that caused the tower. 7 of Swords over the top of the tower, 7 of Swords over the top of the tower. So whoever you were playing tricks with or being sneaky with or not being fully transparent or real with, you need to talk through that. You need to work through that because it's like your energy is what's causing this. Last thing. I feel like you're feeling a little bit insecure over this connection, especially in regards to your confidence. If you fucked up in some way or another, I understand why your confidence is low and why you could be insecure, but that's nobody's problem but yours. So you have to work through that. You have to work through that. Nobody else can do that. You have to be the one to build yourself up every single day. All right, last solution here. Hermit and the Lover's card. All right, spend some time reflecting on yourself, reflecting on the Tower, reflecting on what happened, this ending, this transformation, this person in your life, whatever it was. Take time to really reflect on that, because the not so good stuff, it's a pattern, right? It's your behavior. It happened once, it happened twice, it happened 3 times. Tower, 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 boom. All right, 3 times over. First, shame on you. Twice, shame on me. 3 times, what the fuck, all right? So, time for you to do some reflection. And it's time for you to make some better choices, all right? I'm sorry, that's kind of what I'm seeing for you guys, Virgo, but that's what I got. All right, angel answers for Virgo. Sometimes what you seek is as simple as being still and staying focused. Yeah. Stop focusing on everything outside of you and start focusing on what's inside of you. None of the outside stuff matters. You don't find happiness in outside things and outside people and outside element and outside work, clients, friends, deals. The happiness comes from you. As above, so below, as within, so without. So when you focus on your internal energy, everything else manifests outside of you. 2, 2, 2, 2, right there on the clock. So time for some internal work. It's time for some internal reflection. Your energy is not only here with the internal reflection, but ending with the internal reflection. Do not live in the past. Look forward to the future and rejoice in the journey ahead. Create that reality that you are seeking, Virgo. Create the reality of what it is that you want. Create the reality of the relationship you want. Create the reality of the love that you want, the healing that you want, the abundance that you want, the success that you want, and stop focusing on the problem. Period. All right. That is what I have for you guys. Don't forget your full moon release on that shadow period of May 12th to May 15th. May 18th, strongest time, May 15th. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.